Recently, a crew member of the Amistad shared her experiences with T. Roy Augustin. He has an exclusive interview in 2 parts. Tonight is the first part, and stay with us tomorrow for the second half. Let's go there now, T. Roy.
With Black History right around the corner, what better way to celebrate another history in the making is to have someone that was aboard the Amistad. If you remember last year, April, News Channel 8 covered the Amistad when it was docked in St. Croix. Here with me, I have someone who was actually on the boat. Her name is Danny Siddle. I got it right? Danny Siddle. Yes. It's to see history in the making, living it, and being able to speak about it is one of the best things I think the people of the islands, or who else is viewing this, can enjoy. Because it's not, how to say, it's not every day you get to meet someone that can actually tell you what they saw and what the experience they had when it was in this big historical event that happened. And to see a black man in prison, I know that must touch you also.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing. Well, I'm going to let you listen to Miss Settle so she could tell you a little about her experience on the Amistad.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to be able to share my experience. We did a tour which was called the Atlantic Freedom Tour. It started in June of 2007 in New Haven, Connecticut. We were invited by the English government actually to come to Great Britain for the commemoration of the 200th signing of the Wilberforce Treaty, which actually abolished international slave trade. And the Amistad obviously had a great role in that, because in 1839 was when the revolt happened on the Amistad, which it started in Cuba, where captives were bought off of a slave ship called the Chocora, and they were bought by 2 plantation owners, Montez and Ruiz, who had just bought provisions in Havana, and they were putting on the Amistad, which, by the way, Amistad means friendship. So, and when the Chocora came in, they bought 53 captives. There were 49 men and 4 children, 4 young girls and 1 boy. Excuse me, 3 girls and 1 boy. So they put all the captives aboard the Amistad, and they piled them on, actually put them on top of the provisions in the hold that they had bought. They were doing shopping not only for their plantations, but all the outlying plantations around. During the course of the captives being in this hold, they would be, a few of them would be allowed to come on deck during the day and to walk around, because they didn't want them to atrophy. They were going to put them to work. These were sugarcane farmers, and of course they wanted them to be able to work. The young children would probably be used as servants in their homes. But during the course, one of the captives, Simbe P.A., he was trying to find out what was going to happen to him. Well, the cook made a joke and said that they were going to be killed and eaten. So, of course, there's a language barrier there, and he goes back below and he tells the other captives, well, they start trying to figure out how to get out. Well, he found a nail, which he actually took and unloosed his shackles, and he was able to release the rest of the captives. Well, they started searching all the provisions. They found machetes. So they got the machetes, and they ended up on the deck. And, of course, the slaughter sort of ensued. The captain was killed. The cook was killed, who made the bad joke. And 2 of the other crew members, they jumped overboard. So they were able to, with the help, sort of help of the plantation owners, they wanted to go back to Africa. Well, during the day, they were sailing east. And in the evenings, the plantation owners were actually turning the boat around and sailing her back west, because they knew if they get caught with captives aboard, the penalty would be death for them. So the story, I mean, it's amazing. They actually end up after 63 days off of the shores of New York, and from there they're recaptured by American boat, which is now would be like a Coast Guard cutter, and they end up in New Haven. Well, they end up in New London, then New Haven. So from there, they have a trial. They have 3 trials, actually. And the 3rd trial is the most important, because that is before the Supreme Court, where John Quincy Adams comes to the defense. And actually 35 of the original 53 captives are freed and actually are able to go back to Africa. But there's so much more to the story. And you can actually find the story if you go online. Mystic Seaport, where the boat was built, where she was launched in 2000, they have a great summary of all the court cases and of all of the captives, because these are real people. These are people that we actually have pen and ink drawings of them, and you look into their faces and you can see in their eyes the sincerity and the strength that they had, that they were never slaves. True, they were taken from Africa. They were taken from Africa illegally, but they were never slaves. They were sold to be enslaved, but they fought back. And you could see in the way they carried themselves that they were very strong people and that they believed in their freedom and their justice. So part of me telling the story and what we did, this international freedom tour, we were able to visit about 14 different ports.
And when we come back from the break, we have more news. Stay with us on News Channel 8. Welcome back, and on the campus of St. Croix University of the Virgin Islands, there was a workshop held for administrators and principals in our territory. T. Roy Augustin was there investigating.
Thank you, Jerome. I'm here at the UVI Great Hall, and standing here with me is Dr. Valerie Camby. They're going to have a luncheon and a workshop for the teachers and principals of the Virgin Islands. I'm going to let her tell you more about this event.
Hi, T. Roy. So nice for you to be here with Wes and Mario. We are the Virgin Islands Writing Project. I'm the director, and we do professional developments by training teachers to do professional development in their classes. On Friday, last Friday, in the public elementary and junior high schools, all of our teachers were involved in professional development, and that was done by TCs, teacher consultants of the Virgin Islands Writing Project. Yes, we do workshops to train teachers. Today, we have brought the administrators and the teachers from the Department of Education because we are a partnership between the National Writing Project, the Virgin Islands Department of Ed, and the university. And so the Department of Ed funds us, and so we brought the principals in so that they can be aware of what we do and they'll be able to utilize our services more. So this is what today's luncheon is about. It's more like getting to know you and orientation.
Okay, I have a chart here, and it's telling me that you're going to have reactions to the police department in the schools.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Right. On Friday, as I said, our teacher consultants, those are the teachers who do our program, they were doing professional development in their schools. Now, I want the principals to tell us how the teachers did and if they would like those teachers continue doing professional development in the schools. Our focus is on writing. Because we need all our students need to write, and they need to write consistently, and that's what we're about.
Okay, I was talking to you earlier, and you was telling me something about Dijon's State of the
Yes, as a matter of fact, in his State of the Territory address on Tuesday evening, the governor referred to the Virgin Islands Writing Project as one of the initiatives, one of the programs they are funding, because we do pair tutoring and we help one another. We help the teachers to improve writing in their classes. So we were very happy when we saw that, you know.
It's a change. More things coming for the Virgin Islands.
Many more things, and the VIWP has so much to offer. We have some talented teachers, and we are just waiting for the opportunity to spread throughout the territory so that all our teachers can be exposed to the Virgin Islands Writing Project.
I'm T. Roy from the UVI campus for News Channel 8.